What's up, guys? Today we got a new video. Today we're going to be doing a video, just like the Nunu and the Evelyn video, we're going to be doing a video on how to play fiddlesticks in the jungle. Probably going to be like 40 to 50 minutes, etc. So I'm going to teach you guys everything on how to play fiddlesticks. You can see here, in this matchup, we're going to be against Hecarim. But this is going to be a really good game for fiddlesticks because you have 5 melees. Basically 1 melee, 2 melee, 3 melee, and Samir is really low range. That's just basically a mid-range tank, I guess. Yeah, it's basically a tank. But if you're getting something like Morgana and Caitlyn, or like Lux and Caitlyn, they got 650 range, so your ults are going to be really hard to land on the enemy. And if they're playing Yuumi, Ezreal, or like something that has Mikhail's, it can be very hard once the enemy gets Mikhail's, because you can never essentially go in the enemy carry or whatever. But this game is really good because you have other people to go on, which is these basically every champion on their team. That's really good. But yeah, if it's Caitlyn, you're probably gonna have to flash and do a bunch of stuff to try and get on them, or if they're playing really safe. But yeah, everyone in this game is gonna be playing really aggressive. And yeah, we're gonna be against Adrian Riven, and then we have Ignite top lane. So our path this game is going to be the top side, and to see if we can get our top laner ahead. Bot side, they're also going to be playing really aggro, but the enemy jungler won't know where we start because Fiddle can start two sides. He can actually start red and chickens, or he can start blue and gromp, or he can do wolves into blue and gromp. But obviously, if you're against a Graves, so some things and pointers, if you're basically against a Graves, is ward your jungle, doesn't matter which one you, basically the opposite side you're on. Fiddlesticks doesn't really want to duel people. He doesn't really want to do anything. He kind of wants to like chill and get his full clear off before 315, or he can do a little cheesy gank if he does red side into middle, and then that's also one cheesy gank he can do that I like doing, but I don't do it this game because I do have a Singed mid, so I'm not really too sure how that matchup's gonna go. He's got decent setup, but yeah. Anyways, I start wolves into blue and gromp because I mean Hecarim. Everyone knows what Hecarim wants to do. He wants to just basically do full clear and do the same thing I want to do, right? He wants to get his farm in. I want to get my farm in too. So I'm not really too scared of any invades. There's two things you could do on this side. So you can actually do walls and do the blue buff at the same time, but it's very tricky and it's actually pretty risky unless you did it like 5 million times. Because yeah, sometimes it can reset on you, and it's really tricky. So you can either start blue, and if it's a Graves or something, like he can just go over the wall and invade you right here while you're doing grumps. So maybe you just do blue buff, and then just go to walls, and then do your top side. And, he's kind of screwed over, and he's going to be matching farm with you if you do that kind of path. But of course, you're against a Hecarim, and not a Graves, or Nidalee, or a Kindred, something that wants to invade you early. So doing this path is ultimately fine. By the way, if you start wolves or blue, it's essentially the same thing. I think like if I started blue there and then just did gromp into wolves and walk towards my top side, I think the timer is really, really close. It's like maybe 2 or 3 seconds off, so it doesn't really matter. But with that being said, yeah, when you do your red and raids, just do them at the same time, yada yada, and then yeah, just basically try and get your full clear off. And as you can see, since this is the last W for the chickens, you should start moving up a little. You don't have to auto attack it on this one. You just have to drain it. You only auto attack if you kind of do nothing, but like you need to move up towards these, and you can't auto attack this one for the last, like, basically the W, right? But as you're moving, your pathing is going to be towards the crab or to the top side. Hecarim's bottom. While you're doing the Krugs, you're going to go to the top lane, and you can see there's a big stacking wave onto this Riven, right? So you can either go around or through lane, but honestly, through lane's a little bit faster because she's going to catch all this CS if she's up here. If you go like around here and you can't really do what you're about to do right here, and once you land a Q, basically when the Camille lands her hookshot, you can flash Q because your top laner has Ignite. So it's going to be really easy to kill. Now I kind of troll this because I thought we could push this. Honestly, we could just push this wave and then get out because we knew Hecarim was bottom, but I kind of screwed it up, and we know that Camille doesn't really have any wave clear. So that's why it pinged me off. So in hindsight, I could wave clear it, but it's going to take probably 3 more Ws. But obviously he wants the wave to push back into him. Otherwise this wave might freeze under his tower. So that's why he did ping me off. But yeah, over here, we know that the Riven has no flash. So we can actually do two things. We could actually go down here and gank him again. But you can see this wave is going to push and hit the tower. He's probably going to back off. So we just kind of route over here. And because we can only kill her when our Camille gets back, yeah, that's when we can kill her. But the Riven actually pushed all the way in, and we might have been able to gank her, although it would have been really hard. So I'm not sure if we could have killed her, but because she stayed there instead of like warding this, we probably could have killed her. Not too sure. With that being said, also this route is fine. We just go to wolves, into grump. And honestly, we want it back because we have a bunch of gold. But my bot lane actually pings me that they want me to come right about now, because they want to play aggro and their wave is, I think, kind of screwed. You can see over here, there's like 4 minions. They're basically freezing. So they're going to fight to get the wave pushed into the tower. And so they fight on the Thresh. The Thresh actually gets him hooked. They all in the Thresh, and now the Hecarim is here. But I'm here to fix the wave, and that's all they wanted. Although I definitely wouldn't have came if they didn't ping me, right? But since they're really good players, they ping me, they come, and they fix the wave, so that's really good, and now it's going to bounce back. Again, this game's all about wave control, and basically just trying to get the wave to reset into your tower, etc. If it's just stuck under the tower, then, well, that's really bad for the people who have to deal with it. So that's what you're supposed to do as a jungler. So luckily, I mean, I guess our Pantheon died for it, but, you know, our bot lane gets an advantage, I think, because the Samira is really low, and they get a push, and it's going to bounce back into their tower. So with that being said, I said, okay, we fixed bot lane. We could have counter ganked it. We could have actually, we almost did counter gank it, but unfortunately it didn't go our way. But it's fine. So anyways, now we're going to go into this. Do we have enough damage to kill top lane? If our top laner has Ignite, we can probably kill the top laner. But again, Fiddle, like, I got one gank off early. That's really good. As Fiddlesticks, if you can get your gank early and get someone ahead and make sure like the early game isn't as bad while you're trying to get to level 6, because level 6 is your power spike, then you can actually get some pressure on the map from your laners. Because Fiddlesticks, he needs a front line for him to basically set up, right? If he's the one face checking every bush, he's going to eventually lose the game, because if he's face checking, they're just going to engage on you, right? So after this, I'm going to get the Scuttle Crab, and I'm going to look for a level 6 gank. I don't fear it just in case Hecarim is coming, but we do have vision everywhere. So my next move is actually to look for a level 6 ulti play. Can we look top? She's kind of like hiding away from the jungle, but instead, this Hecarim actually walks up here. The Singe actually makes a slight mistake, because you know how he was walking. So I'll show you guys. So if you actually walk back here, the Singe should have actually hid until I started getting my fear on. So you can see how he was walking up here just by his character movement. He was going to walk into here, into my fear. Unfortunately, the Singe actually goes straight up in. But luckily, well, it works out because he's grounded and he can't ult away. And I silence him. He gets flipped into the puddle and he can't ult away. So it does work out, but I would have got the fear on, and then he could have just W'd him and then flipped him, and he probably would have died. So yeah, I looked for my level 6 angle. We got the angle. Then we junglers behind. So what do we do now? Well, honestly, the Singe uses ultimate. Can't really gank mid. If she has Merc Treads, I definitely don't want to go into mid lane, because, you know, Fiddle and Singe both have magic damage, and they can easily get away if they have Merc Treads. The ultimate weapon against 2 magic damage dealers if your mid laner is a magic damage dealer, as well as your jungler. So with that being said, what you want to do is basically full clear. Don't really care about your lanes. If you can do like a small counter gank without your ultimate, it's fine. But hopefully your lanes play like pretty safe while you don't have ultimate. And what you do here is essentially just farm up, and yeah, that's it. But unfortunately, while this was all happening, we knew that Akali was actually moving here. We didn't know that the Hecarim would go into my jungle. We thought they were just going to gank bottom, but they actually did a really good setup on me, so I actually did not know that the Akali would come to me. I actually thought they were going to run straight down. Instead, they actually both run into here. Like, I didn't know Hecarim was here, so I guess I should assume that he was here, but yeah, they kind of just go on me, and this is a problem, obviously, when, you know, Fiddlesticks is face checking everything, but I had no idea. So in hindsight, you know, Akali was still gone, and if their bot lane did rotate up, we would have to fought a 3v4, and we don't have ultimates, me and Singe, so we would have lost it. So essentially, we just had to give up this whole top bot side jungle, because they had more alts and abilities up and summoners and whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, our Pantheon dies and our bot side gets taken. So yeah, we could have literally, instead of going here, just getting these camps, because we're kind of like, we kind of didn't think a Kali would be there as well as a Hecarim. Yeah, instead of doing that, we could have just gone over here and got these two. And if you 100% know the enemy jungler is in your jungle, you can actually walk into his jungle, right? But if you do get collapsed on by an Akali or a Riven and your laners don't come, it's really bad because your Fiddlesticks can get caught out and he's going to die because he's really squishy. He does have a lot of CC to fend them off for a bit, but if your laners don't collapse, then it could be really bad. Anyways, right here, I did my golems. I was looking for a gank on top lane, but I think he did see me maybe in the tri-bush. I'm not too sure. At this point, I do want to do this big scuttle crab because, you know, my top laner tried to fight him. Seems like the enemy top laner is gone. Akali also just ulted, and we have me and Singe ult. So we can actually win a 3v3 top side because we do have all our resources. Also, our top laner is winning, right? So with that being said, we could just do this crap for free. And there's something going on bot lane. We don't care. We're not really around it. I think my whole team is here. We get the crab at this point. So we know that all of this is happening. Everything is going to chaos. So we could either go up here, get this Rift Herald, or go down into his jungle. I'm pretty sure we know he didn't do this side jungle. We could do it. But we are playing Fiddlesticks, and we don't know where Riven is. So Riven engages on us. Like, we really don't want to do it. So I think the optimal play is to do these two camps, and then we're like, can you even push the top lane in and get a plate? I don't even think it's that worth it. I feel like you need to get a kill and then use your Rift Herald. So what I want to do is basically do these two and then path into this. Because apparently, the Hecarim, when he killed me, he didn't actually get these two camps. Instead, he went to do Dragon. What the Hecarim actually should do is take my two camps up here. Sorry. Take these two camps and then do Dragon. Because he just killed me. Because you're rewarded if you kill me and then do Dragon after. I won't contest you unless my team somehow gets prio. But yeah, essentially, like, he should take those two camps. And if he can't get Dragon, that's fine. He'll take it later, in my opinion. But anyways, with that being said, I Rift Herald Med just because they're all bot side doing whatever. And is it a good play? I mean, I forgot why I did it. But if we look at the turret down there, probably like one plate or something. But yeah, I just want to use it just to get rid of it. I don't think I was ever going to get like, oh yeah, we did get it. Never mind. I'm sorry. My bad. I probably did see it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, if you're going to get it, for sure, go for it. But if you feel like you're not going to get a Rift Herald charge somewhere, or like, yeah, you know, you can't get an ulti play somewhere, just spawn it, right? With that being said, we're going to do the full clear. And when your ultimate is up, make sure to look for plays. You can, I guess, skip some camps to do it, or hopefully your team like waits. But at this point, the enemy is all inning at this point, so I skipped these two camps just to look for an ulti play because they're playing aggressive. Then when you start playing aggressive, guess what? It's time for you to actually look for a play, right? That's what Fiddle likes. People playing forward instead of backwards. So right here, I get a kill on him. I actually try and get the Hecarim, but he phase rushes away or ghosts away. And at this point, it's getting really, really, well, it's getting really, really chaotic. The ult was good. It was a little desperate, in my opinion, but luckily our mid laner roamed and gets a double kill, and we went 2 for 3. I had to spend my flash. Is it worth it to go into the Samira? Of course it is. They're playing aggressive. Let's get yourself back in the game. All right. So yeah, the play was decent. At this point, let's think about what we're going to be doing next. We don't have our ultimate, so we're going to be farming, and we see two camps that we haven't taken. So we're going to do the blue and Gromp, and then path basically towards top lane. You know, we could path towards our very aggressive bot lane and our Kalista who is ahead. Unfortunately, we don't have ultimate, so we have to play to the fact that we're basically useless. Also, don't ignore that E. Ignore that E. With that being said, what you should do every game, I especially think you guys should do, in especially lower elo, is never build Zonias first. Always go Liandry's, no matter how behind you are, because if you go Zonia's first item, I never actually do this anymore. I always go Liandry's, but if you go Zonia's first item, you can't one-shot anyone. And basically what you want to do as Fiddle Jungle is you want to one-shot someone with your ultimate. So that's why you can see I'm going Leandres right now instead of going Zhonya's. I think Zhonya's is so useless until you get Leandres, because Leandres is an item that one-shots people because he has so much CC. While Zhonya's, you can CC someone, but they're not going to get one-shot. So there's no point in going Zhonya's first item unless you need to, I don't know, start the fight off with your ult. I think it's so bad, but yeah, it's just my opinion. You can go Zhonya's if you're very behind. If your score was literally 0 and 7, you can go Zhonya's. At that point, you just need to tank for your team. But if you're basically like this, go Leandres. With that being said, I was gonna go top side, but because we might get a cheesy kill here if he hid behind here, and like I mean if Pantheon, I think if Pantheon was here, he'd walk maybe here, we could just go cheesy kill. We have so much damage and CC. We probably could kill him, but doesn't really work out. Yeah, I didn't like that one too much. I'm kind of like wasting time here, but my ultimate is coming up in 5 seconds, and they're fighting really aggressive. Yeah, Samir is a balanced champion. He ults Kalista, is really good. Ults Pantheon, that's out, and then now I have to get out because if they engage on me, it could be really bad. So I literally just have to walk out. For some reason, the bot lane knows I'm literally here, but they start walking up for the crab. I guess someone pinged it. So it's a good time to engage, and here in this instance, this combo should be written as queuing the Thresh because he has more hit point and you're going to do more % health damage, and then you silence the Samira so she can't flash away or do anything. You already know she's going to be feared, but sometimes obviously you don't know, maybe this is bugged, like sometimes they have a ward here and it's bugged, I don't know, and you get the ult. Sometimes it doesn't fear them, sometimes it does. It's not really a bug, it's just like they have vision, or like you had Talisman proccing on a Gromp, because if you have Talisman proccing on Gromp, it doesn't fear them because you're in combat. It's really stupid, but like sometimes it fears. But it's for me, it's better safe than sorry to get your fear off on the main person you want to kill, and then kill over is rest. But if you know you're gonna get the proc off, if you know you're gonna get the fear off, which is going to be, I'll show you guys. This skin is like probably the best skin for Fiddle, but you'll know you get the fear off if you start ulting and you see them being purple, right? So that's why this skin is like probably the best skin in the game, is because they're purple, and it shows you clearly that they're going to be feared. So that's why you can plan out your fear by fearing him, doing the most damage. But luckily it does work out, and you actually get a double kill. But yeah, if you Q him and then E her, you probably get a double kill anyways. Also, there's one thing I do want to say: skill order. Skill order on Fiddle 6 is very interesting. Oh man, I can't believe he killed him. So at this point we gotta back out. Literally I'm gonna drain him. He thinks he can kill me basically by just without his ultimate. I know he has his ultimate, but if I can chain CC him into basically never using his ulti and I get my drain off, he's gonna die. I have to really play this really carefully. He's silenced, so he can't ult me at this point. My fear is coming up and I drain him. He gets me with a fear but can't kill me. That being said, I kind of a misplay. He should have just ulted me when he could, but it's whatever. For skill order, I wanted to talk about the skill order. For skill order, I always max W for the clears. I'm really selfish when it comes to Fiddlesticks now. I used to max out Q because oh god, this is a bad fight. I used to max out Q because you would have basically longer CC so your teams can follow up. But now I want to play more selfish to the point where I can do more camps faster, do more damage. And when you ult in Q, you fear them, and then you E, you're silenced, like you're basically CCing them already for like 2.5 seconds. So adding on your fear to be 2 seconds early game instead of 1 second, combo with your silence, which is I think it's 1.25 silence, but you're basically using it after you ult. You're still getting essentially the same CC duration, but yeah, that's why I like the max out W now. With that being said, your ultimate is back up, so what you want to do is look for a play. Sometimes in this point you can get a little like scared, like your ult's gonna be really bad because sometimes you don't have the best angles and you can't show them where you are, obviously, right? So yeah, you can get some really bad angles. But obviously, when the team fight is about to begin, try and hide behind walls, bushes, fog of war, and you want your Pantheon or someone front line or Camille to always front line. When you're face checking any type of dragon or some sort of stuff, never be the first one to face check. It is really bad. You want someone else. That's why having a tank support instead of a Yumi or Nami, Lulu, I don't know, is really good for Fiddlesticks. And Nautilus, big Pantheon, Thresh, etc. They're all good champs that can face check. And if the enemy engages in the Thresh, you can counter engage. So that's why it's good. But yeah, I'm always going to have my Pantheon, you'll see later, lead the charge while I kind of just hover him in every team fight. Also, okay, it's fine. So the dragon's getting low, and I want to go in, start off the fight. I get every CC off on Adrian, and I'm zoning the back line with my my ulti. At this point, I didn't know what the hell was going on in this team fight, and that's why I backed out. I want the PO. I heard an Akali was like basically trying to screw up my Kalista. This is her Shroud. But what I could do is I literally could fight the Hecarim. And even if I get hooked, I actually win this fight because all my champs are like basically going up here, right? Like my whole team is basically going to go top left. So I should have actually walked here. But I did want to fight the Akali because your W does reveal here. So that's why I went back to try and peel for my team. But yeah, she gets out. We don't get the dragon. We do kill the Hecarim and we try and peel the Akali, but they got what they wanted. So at that point, it's done. I can't walk in this bush because we know Thresh is in here and you can't 1v2. So what you're going to do is, because you see Samir is in the mid lane right now, you see, you can finally walk in. Also, someone else face check for you. That's fine. But yeah, Samir can't follow up on the engage if Thresh hooks you in that bush. And you're still scared because, again, you don't have your ult, you don't have flash, whatever. You have a big bounty in your head, so they could be pulling a cheese into your jungle. So that's what that E was used for, is the face check. At this point, try and get as much farm as you can. Your ultimate's up in 35 seconds. You have 2.5k gold. Probably want to back after this. I'm not going to lie, but I'm pretty sure maybe I'm trying to get Leandre's as well. So yeah, that's what happens. She backs, and yeah, everyone backs after this. And it's a good thing, because now we have Leandre's and maybe a stopwatch. I actually don't know what the items... I have an idea of what the items cost, but I don't know how much stopwatch and Leandre's cost, right? So yeah, I almost died there. They could have cheesed me. I'm going to take this back because I really need to. Your top laner, your Kalista's pinging, you should come. But in reality, you should go back and he should wait. Because you kind of like really needed Leandre's and you didn't count. But yeah, essentially, yeah. When the team fight's over, just look for resources take. And then your back should be the same back as the enemy death timers, right? If that makes sense. So you're both on the map and you're ready to fight for the next fight. That's the point of getting resources when you're dead. When the enemy dies and you're still on the map doing something. At this point, what I want to do is hover my Pantheon, lead the charge. I'm going to hover him if they engage on him. That's literally all I want, and it's the best thing for Fiddle. My bot laner died to Akali, my top laner died to Akali. So yeah, I'm literally just hovering this and playing around my bot side, and whoever my tank is, and whoever the enemy wants to fight. Will they ever fight the Singe or Camille? Yeah, but there's two people up here, so there's a lot more things to do. I get my combo on him, he gets lanterned out, it's okay. I walk out, but I still want to go back because I do want to hover my bot side. But I was going to go into the bush, but now I'm thinking about it. I don't think they're going to walk up, so I'm going to hover the river and see what happens. Maybe this is warded. And he walks up, he finally walks up. It's a nice fear. Pantheon flashes over. And they're basically both dead. I was trying to get my... It looked really sloppy because I was trying to get my Q cooldown off, but I accidentally... If you look back, actually, right? I actually E first and then Q, or I don't even use my Q. I got Thresh Blade, but it's really sloppy, but it's okay because if you see the alt angle, go for it. Sometimes when you're tilted as Fiddlesticks, like let's say you're waiting for your team to do something or something. One of the best things I like doing when I'm tilted on Fiddlesticks is, like, if I keep dying or something, I type to my teammates, I'm going to perma ult, and everyone's gonna start perma fighting. It's really weird, but I start perma ulting for a person. I don't care. I see an angle to ult. I'm gonna go in, and it really works a lot. Sometimes you want to wait for your team for the perfect ultimate, but like if nothing's happening and your ult's literally up, like just perma ult. So that's what I'm doing kind of right now. I do apologize for the video. At this point, Callie's coming. I'm trying to bait her cooldowns on me before leaving the team fight. She goes on me. I have to dodge E, right? Or Q, whatever. She tries to E me. She goes back in. They stun her, and I use my W to reveal her. This is why Fiddle is really good into Callie, because he can true sight reveal, whatever it's called. He can reveal stealth champions like Karma W, but he doesn't need he doesn't need to click on them. He can just W around him, right? So that's good. And then their jungler is inting. We get this for free. I do want to go into his jungle and maybe see if his blue is up. I don't think it is because Hecarim was just top and we fought him, right? So it's probably not up. His wolves are probably up. But yeah, when you're playing Fiddles, if I'm playing Nunu, I could go in there and not really care. But I'm playing Fiddlesticks, so I need someone to always frontline and face check for me and die for me. But yeah, because I was playing Fiddlesticks, I can't really walk into his jungle by myself. You need someone to always escort you into the enemy jungle if you're playing Fiddlesticks. Most other champs don't need an escort. But yeah, Fiddlesticks is one of those champions who really needs someone. And you can see they're face checking. We have a pink ward in here. May as well go in. Get a fear. Silence. He's dead. Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now they're going for Thresh and then another pick because we have Ultimate Hunter. That's pretty good. He flips the Scuttle Crab into me. And yeah, at this point, now we're going to build Zhonya's. If they were magic damage, mid lane, jungle, and top lane, and their ADC isn't that fed, I would go into a Banshee's Veil. But for now, I'm going to go into Zhonya's because they have 3 AD champs, jungle, top, and ADC. And we also can cancel Akali's second ulti if she wants. Yeah, with that being said, we have another, again, 30 seconds until our next ult, and the Cloud Dragon is coming up in 30 seconds, so this is perfect. So what you want to do is just prepare and wait. We can't face check again. We should ping our Pantheon to go into our jungle, but he's going to wait until basically our teammates are on the field. And yeah, we're kind of trying to set up for the dragon. So I need to play around my Pantheon, right? I need to play around my Pantheon. If I face checked any of this jungle, I would probably be dead, right? Like by myself. So again, always try and use your teammates as bait, especially your tank Pantheon or Camille or whatever. That's the best thing you can do as Fiddlesticks. But don't ever face check it yourself. You need someone to do it. If you have a Yumi or Lulu, well, I guess you have to. But I mean, hopefully someone make someone else do it. Make your mid laner or top laner in for like vision and stuff. Anyways, with that being said, my Pantheon gets caught. This is good so far. They're trying to kill him. The hook almost hits me, and that would have been a death sentence for me, to be honest. Because the Hecarim would ult in, everyone would just go on me, and I have Zhonya's, but like, yeah, it's still really bad. Luckily, they use everything on Pantheon. This is good so far. Silence. I don't have my ulti yet. The fight's not looking too good. Once the Singe gets in there, he flips the Riven. We start draining. They're actually all running away, and we use their ulti as a gap closer. And we want to run into all of them. We have our Leandries, and we drain all of them, yeah. So we run into all of them, make sure basically we're doing our AoE damage, chase them down. If they do turn onto the Fiddlesticks, aka me, we can use their Zhonya's, and we bait all their cooldowns as well as them dying to us. So once we get this Cloud Drake done, we don't see his chickens are up. We don't see that. We don't see his red buff is up. We assume it's down. We had an angle on a Baron, but I looked at the death timers again, and I said, nah, everyone just get their waves. If everyone rotated right to the Baron, it'd be really good, but because everyone kind of went like this, and then like this, we can't do Baron. But also, we don't have timers for Baron. They could all teleport and stuff, right? They can run us down. We haven't bought after that team fight. So this is actually the most optimal play, because if we got the Baron, if we run it back, like just a little bit. So let's say right here, let's say everyone ran to Baron. Let's say this guy literally just ran here, and me too. Their death timers would be about 7 seconds, right? So is it worth it trying to get the Baron? No, because they're all going to collapse on you and probably kill you, and you haven't bought in yet. So that's why everyone going to their lanes, pushing everything in, getting their jungle, me going into his jungle, getting all of this, and then going back to my jungle is really profitable and worth it. So that's why, you know, everyone going to their lanes and pushing out all 3 lanes makes the enemy depleted of resources, and that's what we did. I got his golems, and I got my blue buff, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they got his blue buff or something. I don't know, but our Camille died for it, so it kind of sucks. But yeah, we get a really nice recall. We get our Zonias, and we're one step forward to our Void Staff, which is the best thing we can do. On Fiddlesticks for itemization, you don't want to go death cap. You don't want to go a lot of AP. If you actually look at the wiki of Fiddlesticks's AP ratios, they're really bad. I will show you it right now. So if you go to Fiddle's wiki, his AP ratios are really bad. 4% per 100 AP. So if we had 500 AP, that's like 20%. I mean, whatever. That's increased in magic damage. It's too much. For his AP ratio of the total damage of the W is 0.7. That's horrible. Most times you don't get your full drain. On your E, it's 0.5. That sucks. And on your ulti, it's 2.2. But thing is, like, your ulti does so much damage already, and you're not gonna stick on someone if they stick in your ult for 5 seconds, they're probably gonna be dead. So that's why getting magic penetration is really good on Fiddlesticks, just because he has very high base damage, if that makes sense. Again, doing 2 camps is fine. You're gonna look for an ult angle, but I would not recommend it, just because your Camille is dead. Once she is up, you can look for an angle, but again, you're using your bot lane as bait, so you can get a good angle. You can actually face check this because you have this little ward and this ward, so you're not really into you're not into a death trap at all. So yeah, because you had those 2 wards, so you can just go basically to your golems. Anyways, with that being said, I got my golems. I'm being selfish right now. They're getting vision. They could have engaged on my bot lane, but my bot lane knows I'm not behind them, so they're not going to die. Our top laner is kind of running down after giving her a lead, so it really sucks, and I really want to kill the Hecarim. He has Merc Treads, though, so I'm just going to get a little vision. There was a pink ward in there, but I can't clear it. I need someone else to clear it. Now I'm looking to see if they can engage on my bot lane, but now he goes back up. Again, I'm just going to do slow poke. He has ulti, he has Merc Treads. Like, this is not worth it, and now they engage on me. I didn't actually see this coming. So at this point, this is really bad. I fear him away. He ults me, fears me into this direction. If he had feared me into the other direction, I'm dead. So I'm going to use my ult to actually teleport out and blink out. If I know his cooldowns, nothing can chase me. I have Zonia still. I apologize for that. And they go to Pantheon, and now we're in a really bad situation. We don't fight this. I could flash fear her into tower, but I mean, I haven't checked if she has Azonias. I didn't do a check, right? I didn't do a Azonias check. So even then, if I did that play, it's not worth it. We still have to back and prepare to fight for the Baron, because Callista needs to fight this Baron, right? If I feared on her, they would just randomly engage on me, and I'd probably die. It's not worth it. It's worth it for me to back, get some hit point, and to see all my teammates die. And yeah, that was more worth it. No, I'm just kidding. We wouldn't be doing anything without our hit point. But now they might see this tower. As you can see, oh, I got warded, whatever, blue warded. This is me just trolling, by the way. The next thing I do is very troll. I actually should have stayed right there. Right here. Like, I don't know. I was just limit testing this. I should have stayed right here. They don't have vision of me. I have to do another ward, and they can't push this. But man, I was hoping that like we could fight them, and I would just face tank them for some reason. It was so stupid. But obviously, they got 2 bruisers. If they engage on you, it's bad. If they have no cooldowns, maybe you can do it. But they do have cooldowns, and they just look at you and basically kill you. So now I have to, yeah, I'm gonna die. See what I mean? I just die. It sucks. As you see, it was not worth it. It was more worth it if I just literally just stood here and flashed on someone and got the best ulti of my life. But I literally grief it. You guys shouldn't do this. It's so dumb. Just stick to your plan. What is your plan as Fiddlesticks? Hide in bushes, use your team as bait. If the enemy engages on your team, they're gonna die, and they're 5 melee champs. So eventually they have to engage onto your team. But now you're a griefer. So the new plan is kill Callie because here she is really fed. She has a bounty, and you kind of do counter her with your W. But you have 127 armor. So if you have 127 armor and you get rid of the magic damage, these don't matter because you got armor. So that makes sense. Also our Singe is building full damage, but it's okay. Okay, so that being said, what are we gonna be looking for? The next dragon is 48 seconds, so we can do 2 camps and then set up and run behind our Pantheon. Once Pantheon wants to run to the dragon, we can basically hover him, and we're just trying to get to our Void Staff. Yeah, but we do want to target a Callie in every team fight if we can. If she sees that we ult, she can clean up my team, and if it's not on her, right? So I'm gonna look for her every team fight. I should know that that's my plan. That was a really bad clear, but yeah, at this point, you don't have any vision of this jungle, right? You don't have any vision of this jungle, so the best thing you can do is not use your fear. Just don't use your fear, because you want to use it to peel yourself. You're gonna be doing your wolves and stuff, right? So now at this point, your team's trying to gain control. I want my team to basically do all of this, like control all of this. Like, yeah, now I'm on vision. I have to step back a little, but my team's playing forward. If they do engage on us, it's could be bad. But luckily, they do give it up, and we get full control of it. If I do, this is it. If I do find a good ulti, I will find it, and looks like they ulted her, but yeah, this just looks really bad. I'm actually literally trying to kill. Oh my god, I can't. No, I'm so bad, man. I'm so bad. I think my team actually does smurf it though, but like, holy crap, that was so bad. So I'm gonna go back and see what I could have done better after my team kind of wipes them somehow. I have no idea how. Oh, it's so bad. Anyways, my team wins it, sort of. Actually, no, they don't. They don't win it. They actually don't win it. Except he does. But anyways, with that being said, what could I have done better in this team fight? So, if you go back here, you don't actually have to do it because you have Kalista who can smite it. So, in my opinion, what you should do is get into a position where if the enemy like engages on you or wants to fight, you can go here, you can, ult from here. Even ult from here is fine. As long as you're guarding your Kalista and they all walk into her and the enemy like kites into you. Or sorry, your teammates kite into you. It's really good. But then this got really awkward after the Camille went forward. Right? So my team literally has to play by me. I could have also ulted here, but I was trying to drain her. But it's whatever. She does have stopwatch, and she's basically baiting all our cooldowns. So I was like kind of panicking. Honestly, I should have not given up like position here. It's just a bad fight. Like, I don't think I could have done too much, right? Like, literally, I couldn't do too much. I just had really bad positioning, because my teammate kind of forced a fight going bottom right. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. And we lost Dragon of it, and now we're at Cloud Soul. So yeah, with that being said, trying to stick to the plan. Your plan is to use everything on Callie. She has no stopwatch, so hopefully you can find her. I don't know why she didn't go Merchez with a Fiddle in the game and a Pantheon and a Singe, but it's okay. They find a Thresher free. He's just dead. Yeah, he's just dead. Let's do the Baron. And from that lesson we just had in the Dragon, what we want to do is turn. Like, we need to turn onto whoever walks up. We have our fear. It's okay. We don't get the like purple fear with where they're like around it. But yeah, we want to like engage essentially. But I'm looking for the Callie. I don't really want to use anything on this Hecarim, but it actually works out pretty well. Once the Camille finds an angle onto the Hecarim, I can just basically one-shot him. He dies. They actually get a kill on the Samira or the right side of the fight. And here, yeah, just kill her. I use everything on her. Bait all her cooldowns. She almost killed me. I almost died there, but luckily it doesn't reach me. I didn't even see the Riven ulti. But yeah, we want to use all our cooldowns on Callie if we can. But she found a really good angle, but she got bursted down by CC when just shoot good on merc treads. It's okay though. But yeah, we really want to use it, but all our cooldowns on her. But the Camille found Hecarim instead, which is fine. Luckily, it went in our favor too. Okay. Alright, so now we get the Void Staff, our second item. So, if you can buy a stopwatch... Oh, no, sorry. I don't remember if I used a stopwatch in this scenario. Wait. I'm not sure what I was doing. But if you haven't used your stopwatch before buying the Zonias, going to double stopwatch in this and on 900 gold is a really good thing. Right? You're gonna have your Zonias plus your stopwatch. It's really cheesy. And since Fiddle doesn't really need AP, he kind of needs utility. So CDR, magic penetration, survivability, all that good stuff. Morello's if you need to get some healing reduction done. Yeah, he doesn't really need AP, right? So you can just build survivability and utility at this point. But stopwatch is also really good utility, if that makes sense. That being said, they're fighting bot lane, and it looks good from my angle, but they see me on a ward, and this could be really bad, right? But I'm just gonna have to see what's going on, and we actually do kill. What's her name? Get a free pick here. They kill my what's her name? Camille, and we kind of have to peel back. Fine, let's go mid, and we just peel for Callista. Callista sells ulti. We don't worry about the Pantheon. He can do whatever he wants, and we just get this for free because we have a mid lane push. Do we want to fight? Well, once Thresh responds, we have to be a little careful. But yeah, we see Akali's trying to go for a flank, and that's who we kind of want to kill. We silence him for free. We didn't actually see him. We didn't actually see he would stopwatch. So I'm literally trying to fear the Riven, but she's actually way too smart. I dive way too fast, and I didn't use all my cooldowns on the Akali. What I could, but I was in such a weird position where they could have engaged on me, and they do. My team does clean up. But I need to save all my cooldowns. I need to flash towards the Akali so I can basically run away. Instead, I used all my cooldowns on the 4 and 10 Hecarim, which is awful. I was actually also trying to fear away the Riven, but I totally forgot that there's an Akali behind me, and I thought my team would handle it, but I didn't do a check in my head. So that's honestly on my bad. That being said, the Cloud Soul is up, so what we need to do is get any item we can. We need to get anything that makes us powerful for this fight, right? This is the Cloud Soul. You want to use, you can even actually go, oh, it's gone. That's why I didn't complete it, I think. Actually, I still feel like going Oblivion Orb is good, but I think I'm going to go for something else. I didn't even buy anything. I'm pretty interested. But yeah, obviously I saw that the Cloud Soul was gone, right? So I said, screw it, I'm just going to buy something else. I have no idea what I was going to buy. I bought this game, but it's okay. Banshees is good. Morello is fine too, right? But I forgot what I bought. Either way, I gotta go to my team. Gotta follow the Pantheon. Gotta follow the Camille. If they want to go forward, I have to make sure that they don't die. And I just play Peel. And I also still have to find the Akali. That's it. That's the only person that matters. I kind of want to go top lane, but they're kind of doing nothing mid lane. I'm really not sure about this. But I thought they're engaging on the Callista. It seems like they found the Samira. This is a bad ult, but guess what? Guess who I find? She doesn't know I'm here. She's just tunnel visioning onto the fight. That's why you kind of go Leandre's on, what's his name? On Fiddlesticks. See? Look how good the fight is now that you killed the Akali. Your team can basically win it. Yeah, basically. I need to fear the Riven here. Yeah. I didn't know she had ulti up. And I don't know that skin at all. So once he lands a stun, I can just chain my CC and they die because my Q is a point and click 2-second stun. But that being said, that is a Fiddle 6 game. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope it was very informative. I do want to continue doing this series on YouTube. So thank you for watching and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.